It was spring when we moved into this naturally wild spot of the universe. We were a young couple trying to find their place in all this existence. I thought I had been in the big city long enough to develop my business skills so that I could pick anywhere and live. I also had found myself living with the elements of time and space on my mind, armed with intense intentions that I can make a small change somewhere, anywhere. I stepped into another realm of understanding of things with new wife and life. We took a great deal of time to select our new home or the one most likely place to have chosen us. I was in a place in my life where I was looking to send some special energy somewhere. I was tired of fixing other people's messes with my work. There is a point when some of us hit the limit of dealing with today's society and live a more simple existence. One thing you find out on your journey is you will get what you asked for. It's the way you get it that can hurt. Most psychologists believe that the strong creative ones move into a state of semi-isolation. They also believe some of us with a lot of common sense or better intelligence are just fed up with society as it is today. This society is draining all cause and life out of everything. The June sun was beating down on the awning of the fifth wheel and 106 degrees became 112 degrees or more. The desert wind is dry to my skin and feels like slight sunburn. Jack, my sidekick, was on his way from Tucson. He is a field biologist and is looking for spotted and pygmy owl habitat here. I have never seen a person who works like he does. It's if he has a seventh sense of locating plants and animals. It's amazing how the human can focus when out in the wilderness. There are lots of gross examples of how we have lost the human balance with the planet on such a level that we destroyed it. Jack is a man of extraordinary compassion. He homes a few derelicts of sorts, but they are really misfits of a screwed-up society as we know it. A man of tremendous input and focus, humble and kind. Also a bit of a lush, he always packs the usual off-brand microbrew and hidden flask prepared for the real task of the world. Then we venture off in the late fall desert. The Sonoran has many seasons that sometimes reveal themselves for just a few days or hours at a time. The avid desert wanderer naturally learns this and flows with its magical sense that overwhelms them and brings out the mystic attraction of this desert. The rock terrain will trip you, the acacia bites your nylon shirt. After a few years you build your desert feet, eventually hiking in your sandals. I'm pretty good at tracking because I've guided for a couple of the nature groups. I still like to hunt and I have bird dogs. It's a time when I have dared look onto the great psyche and asked and was rewarded. Be careful of what you ask of the spirits because you never know when or how they will reward you. As I now ask myself the question of how I became Edward Abbey, a grumpy middle-aged desert rut, living in a fifth-wheel trailer in the Sonoran Desert 38 kilometers from Mexico. It's God's country. Every day brings great adventure and this is the only place on the planet like it. Now we are going to the desert just after dusk, the place Al calls. It's not far from here, so we can relax, have a beer, and see what's on Jack's mind. The radio Jack says, we are in a triple deficit and the SUVs are still driving at 100 miles per hour on I-19 while an unlassoed child hands the mom a phone while she's stuffing KFC down her gullet.